Barbara Navarro joined Google 8 years ago and has been, during this time, head for the South of Europe Public Policy and Government Relations team. She has been in Hong Kong for a year as head of operations and strategy for public policy at APAC Middle East, Africa, and Russia. Before joining Google, Barbara was at NBC Universal as Director of Regulatory Affairs for Spain and Portugal, and at Clark Modet and Company as Director of the International Trademarks Department. Also, she's been a teacher at the Faculty Law of Carlos III University for 8 years. Barbara has a law degree and an executive MBA at IESE Business School. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Miss Barbara Navarro.
Okay. No, now it's working? Okay. Hello, everybody. First of all, thank you very much for having me here today. It's a real pleasure to be with all of you. When I was thinking about my presentation, the title of my speech, that now, if you take a look to the program, it's a completely different thing. But at the beginning was SME and innovation. I was asking myself, should I talk about SME? We are not an SME anymore, but we work very close with all of them. Then there are a few things that I can share with the audience. Or should I talk about innovation? We are a very innovative company. And again, there is a few things that I can share. But why I don't talk about SME and innovation? People probably is expecting me to talk about both things at the same time. But I'm going to tell you something. At the end, I decided to focus on innovation. And you know why? Because when you think about what is innovation and what's the driver of innovation, size, it doesn't matter at all. What is innovation? Innovation is try to do things in a different way for the better. What's the driver of innovation? The driver of innovation, and I have heard this during all these amazing speeches, the driver of innovation is passion. Not because I have heard the word passion several times, it's because I have seen this passion in all these people. Then, okay, and then I was thinking about me and about these 8 years in Google, and I was asking myself, okay, Barbara, is your life driven by passion? Is your work driven by passion? Are you trying to do things in a different way for the better? I will come back to this later. But what about Google? It's Google. What is Google passion at the end? What was Google passion 15 years ago? And what is Google passion now? Google passion is to try to organize world information and make it accessible. Google passion is try to make this world better. That's Google passion, and it's still there. But what about the products? Let's go deeper into Google products. Let's see if we can identify that passion in Google products, and let's see if we can identify that each time that we launch a product, we try to do things in a different way for the better. Let's take the search engine, our most popular product probably. What was driving to Stanford students more than 15 years ago to build a search engine? It was a new product at that time? It was not a new product. But why they decided to focus on this? Because they thought that they can do something in a different way, maybe faster. Can we deliver results in less than 1 second? Maybe broader. Why we don't organize information, all the information that is out there, or maybe just let's improve the user's experience. Let's take a look to Gmail, or let's take a look to Maps. Again, same rationale. It was the first time that someone came with with this message system or with maps. No, it was not the first time at all, but they were looking into this in a completely different way. Android, it's a great example. At that moment, when Google started working on Android, they were not leading the mobility market. They were very far away. In fact, there were a lot of companies out there that were leaders in the market, but then they realized that mobility was a different thing, and they approach mobility in a completely different manner, and now we have Android. Then these are good examples of the passion was there all the time, and still there. We are a very passionate company, and of course, what each time question that we made is how we can do things different. But what is next? Do we have the same approach? Okay. Let's talk about the self-driving car, or let's talk about Loon, these balloons that are flying all around trying to give connectivity to people that have access to the internet, or the lens that are able to measure the level of glucose in your tears. All same rationale again. What is behind all these projects? Behind all these projects, it's a lot of passion. A lot of passion about what? We want to change this world. We want to do this world a better place. And why we don't approach things in a different way for the better. Cars are not new. Given connectivity is not new. Lens or measure the level of glucose that you have in your blood is not new. But we are trying to approach this in a completely different way. Then, okay, that's great. I mean, Google is super passionate. I mean, I hope that now you have this very clear. And yeah, I mean, we are trying to approach everything each time with different eyes, with fresh eyes. But what about Google employees? Do they share that passion? I mean, Google employees that we call Googlers, we have that passion, in fact. And when I was preparing this presentation, I was trying to think, okay, where is this? Are we drive by passion? And in fact, we have a name for that. We are drive by passion, and we call it Googliness. That's how we call how we are drive by passion. As you can see, we have names for everything. Then, okay, and I was trying to think, can I show the audience few examples of how people in the company is driven by passion? Yeah, I have. And how people is looking to things in a different way? Yeah, I have. I have two good examples. I have Google News, and I have another good example. I have Google Books. Both projects are the result of 20% Googlers' time. What is this 20% Googlers' time? It's Googlers, we can spend 20% of our time per week trying to come up with a project, with a product that can change the world. It's as ambitious as that. And these two products are the result of this 20%, okay? Again, a lot of passion there. But my favorite one, I think that this is a great example that shows that we are all innovators. Our project, I don't know if you have heard about our project, and there is no animation in this slide, but I invite you, to check our project today. What is our project? Our project, it's one person in the marketing team in Spain, very far away from Mountain View, where our headquarters are. One person that said, hey, what happened if we apply Google Earth technology to paintings? Oh, why we have to apply Google Earth technology to paintings? Because we think that with a human eye, we can capture all the details of paintings. We think that when we have a painting just in front of us, we can see everything. But that's not true. There are a lot of details that human eye cannot capture. And we apply Google Earth technology to our project. Then now we can enjoy a lot of paintings that are high-level resolution. And this came from a person at the Spanish office working in marketing team. She basically was thinking about Google Earth and paintings in a completely different way. Then this is another good example. Um, what about me? I talk about me at the beginning. 8 years in Google. I'm driven by passion. I'm trying to look to things in a completely different way. I drive by passion, that for sure. I think that I have learned that from Google. I really am passionate each time that I go that I do my job. I really try to do things in a different way, and I'm proud to see a few of global projects that born in my department. Then, yeah, I'm trying to do things different, and I'm driven by passion. But it was not like that at the beginning. I have to be very honest with all of you. And I'm going to share with you some experience that I have when I just joined Google. And I remember that I was with my manager, and she said, well, okay, let's think about this project. Let me know how you will develop this project. First reaction that I had, ooh, we don't have the resources, and we don't have the budget. And she said, I remember that. I will always remember. It's, okay, you are not thinking big. You should think big. And then, I didn't say anything, but I realized it's true. I'm not thinking big at all. I should think bigger. And I learned to think big. This was a learning process. But I have to say you something. In this transfer 1 year ago from Europe to Hong Kong, I have learned a lot too. And I have learned a lot about failure. I came from a country that don't know how to failure. That's one of the problems that we have. And I have heard here a lot of stories about failure, people that try, it doesn't work, and try again. One of the speeches was, I tried 6 times. That's amazing. And that's one of the learnings that I have from people in Asia Pacific, that they are open to fail, that they are open, to innovate, which was a great learning. Okay, then to make like a summary, this is all about, passion. It's all about let's think big. We really need to think big. It's about impossible is nothing. And all these stories are about that. Impossible is nothing. But probably you were thinking, okay, Barbara, this is super, but can you give us a little bit more related with SMEs, something that we can't apply? And I'm going to share, a few things in terms of how SMEs can innovate. Well, first of all, I assume that all this passion and looking into things in a different way is there. SMEs has some amazing advantage, which is the size, the flexibility, to move to another thing if something is not working. But a few comments, how SMEs can innovate, new business models. We are seeing this all the time, how you can reinvent yourself and do things in a different way. Technology, internet gives us an amazing opportunity to go for new business models, new efficiencies. There is a lot of technology there that help us to be much more efficient. An example, cloud computing is there for everybody. New ways of marketing. We talk about social networks. We can reach people through very, very different tools are all there. The clients, the customers are all there, and we have a lot of platforms to be close to them. New experience, and this is again the failure thing. We can try, and if it doesn't work, we try again. It's fine. I think that new technologies and internet allow us to be that flexible. And new markets, let's think global. It's not anymore about the country where we are. It's about, we are talking about that the world is global now. It is global, and in all the markets are there waiting for you. Then this is what I wanted to share with you during my speech, and I'm gonna close my session, my speech, with a video that it summarizes very well why all that technology, all that innovation that it's there, it's innovation and it's technology that is there for everyone. Thank you very much. Can we play the video?
Thank you, Miss Barbara Navarro.
Ain't shady, baby, I'm hot, like the prodigal son. Big up Bartolini, meeny, money, mo, and flower. You're the chosen one.
Hello, everybody.
Will your left hand's free and your right hand grip with another left hand watches right and slip. Schwartz is gone. I tackle these as a little mother's mirror. My right hand grip on his coat, single action on me. Well, your left hand's free and your right hand grip with another left hand watches right and slip. Schwartz is gone. Neomgg whiz girl, you're the one for me. Though your man's bigger than I am, all my days he disagrees.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a big hand for Miss Barbara Navarro.